Here at SuperMommyNot.com, we continue our year-long series on fighting childhood obesity. A mother and her daughter continue to work through issues they believe have led to poor decisions. But now we begin to see changes and new attitudes emerging.
Sometimes there's a conflict, because definitely there's this hierarchy of respect, and love and respect, and again respect. And my gosh, I respect my mother, I respect my parents. It's hard to say that I am so mad at them. It's hard to say that I'm mad at you for not just for, okay, you won't let me go out or you won't let me do this. Not just the parenting mad or, I hate you, you don't understand me. Not that kind of tantruming mad, but the kind of mad is the mad or the disappointment as you reflect on how you're living your life and, the kind of the skills that you have that, gosh, why didn't you show me this? Why didn't you tell me this? Why didn't you feed this to me so I could be doing this differently? Are there some of those things that you kind of look at?
Actually, we were talking about that this morning in the car. We were talking about discipline and how I don't have good discipline. And, staying on schedule with something. Like, if I know I have something to do today, I'll think, okay, this is another, I have another priority. I have another thing I need to do. I'll just move that later and I'll just do this. I don't know, I have a hard time with that. She was saying that she also had a hard time with that. And I kind of wish, there are so many things I could have dealt with a lot better if I had discipline. And, I mean, I can learn it. It's never too late to learn discipline. But it's kind of hard when you're kind of like a late bloomer.
Ooh, what do you think about that, Mom? I hear her saying, Mom, wish you gave me some limits. Oopsie daisy.
I mean, I've developed my own limits over time.
It's a good point, though.
Yeah.
We were talking about this. I was such a free spirit in my mind of how I did it that she needed limits. And as much as at the time she would have protested against the limits, it was exactly what she needed. And I didn't like setting limits. So I could see, I look back with regret because the very thing she needed was the very thing I didn't give her, which was then in turn a problem. It was a problem because I didn't do that for her. Because I think I didn't want them either. I didn't want the limits either. I didn't want this. I wanted to be free and just be with it, do whatever.
But I think the part of structure, the value of it, of course, is can be unstated. It gives us discipline. It gives a way of order. It shows that when you put A, B in, you get C out. So it gives some constant. It gives us a baseline and a constant. That's some sense of assuredness that we definitely need. Right. Some sense of safety. Within that, though, it's also kind of challenges the sense of being restricted.
Yeah.
And so what we want to do sometimes with our children is we want to make sure we give them structure, but we don't want them to be restricted.
Right.
We want them to be a free spirit, but at the same time we don't want them to be kind of out of the box, a loose cannon. So we have to kind of follow all that. And how we perceive what the limits are primarily the ones that we are based on how we were raised, kind of what the limits were, but we are.
And we will have one more session with this family in the coming months. If you have any questions you'd like answered by Dr. Wadlington, email me at donna@supermommynot.com.